start of week technical analysis video. We're going to be going over things quite quickly here. I've got a couple of things to do today and we don't have much to mark up anyway. So starting off, as you know, this blue vertical line marks and represents the last point in which we left off in our last technical analysis, and our last technical analysis video being the end of week. So as you guys know, we finished here. We finished where price just broke into the 2700 range. And then as you can see, since we've broken into the 2700 range, we've sort of rejected off the low levels of 2700s and came all the way down. We tested the level of around 2660. We are now finding support, and the bulls are definitely pulling price out of that area. If I go ahead and go to our minute 15 for you real quick and zoom in. So as you can see, we started finding support on this level of around 2663. If you guys remember from 3-4 maybe 5 TAs ago, we understand that that level of 2663 is very, very important. And as you can see, price is definitely being held up there. There's also a secondary support around 2670 that is definitely a stronger support. As you can see, we have had a bullish push off of this level after testing it. If you guys remember when I taught you guys about head and shoulders pattern, as you guys can see, we have our head and we have our shoulders, indicating to us that a bullish move was inbound. Obviously, if you saw this and you saw that previously before this bullish push and you was trading inside the markets, you would have been able to get yourself into a move. Cool. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and go down to our minute 5, as we don't have much information to actually go off. So we're going to make sure we've got a lot of candlesticks to mark up. So as you can see, price came down from that 2700 level, just below the 2700 level, to 2695. We came up to test the previous support as a resistance. Again, one of our point of interests, indicating to us that our point of interests are definitely still valid. If you notice that price is testing when price halts, we can see that it's near one of our point of interests. So as you can see, price came up to test the previous support as a resistance. Price then came back down. We had a touch here. But the majority of the candlesticks finished around here, so we got that level there, and then price sort of consolidated on the lower time frames between that level of around 2695, and then we saw a big bearish drop touching just above our PRY here, which has been found as support, which is 2658. Price then came up to test another one of our levels, this 2675 level that we marked in with a horizontal black line, and then price has sort of consolidated around that area, and then dropping back down to around that 2658 level again. And then again, we just got more consolidation before price then continues to creep back up. As you can see, we had almost a test again of that 275 level, 2675 level, and then prices come back down to test this mean support. And then price is now pushing up. As you can see, gold is currently in a unknown territory according to our markup. We don't have any point of interest here, the closest one being the 2675, and then the closest one above that is around the 2684 level. So what could we expect to see this week if we're going to go ahead and go to our daily? As you can see, it is a new day. If I'm going to go ahead and remove this blue vertical line just so we can see what is actually going on, as this is the day that we are on. So as you can see, we have had a bullish move for the past week and price has dropped down. We are maybe halfway through the day now, maybe just over. So this daily candlestick has been in fact bearish in the start of it, and we can now see that the bulls are pushing price up. If we see price finish somewhere around in this region of around 2695, the original level where we tested first time after when we saw the drop, we will most likely see a bullish continuation with gold touching new highs. If we can see the 2700s level broken into, we will definitely see some bullish momentum and some bullish moves. But as you can see, this steep bearish drop has been cancelled out by a extremely bullish move. Like I just said, the last week, very, very bullish. And yeah, as you can see, we are now sitting around just below the 2700 range. Sorry, the 2700 range. Cool. What we're going to go ahead and do then is we're going to go ahead and give me a second. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and go to our weekly. So as you can see, our weekly, we finished as a bullish engulfing candlestick. So we have our A candlestick, our B candlestick, and then our C candlestick. As you guys know, if you guys remember, the third candlestick being our C candlestick, or our number 3, is definitely our entry candlestick. So this week, if you are looking to take long-term longs, a very much a swing trade, then this will definitely be your entry candlestick according to the current price action that we are seeing. So as you see, again, if I go to the hour one and just zoom in for you here, reset the price scale, as you can see, we definitely had a bearish drop after touching into those 2700 levels, but then price came back down, and we are now seeing price push up. As I just spoke about, we are in unknown territory, so we will most likely see price push to either this level to test as a resistance, which is a previous support. If we see price tested as a resistance, we may see a staggered bullish move, meaning that we could see a bullish move from around here, test this previous support as a resistance, then price breaking back down to test around the 2675 level, and then so on and so forth, pushing and breaking and making new break and retest patterns. If we go ahead and go to our hour 4, as you can see, the last 8 hours have been extremely bearish, like I just spoke about. But as you can see here, one thing I have just seen is, ignore this, let me just remove that. As you can see, we do have another head and shoulders pattern. We have our shoulder, we have our head, and we are now creating our second shoulder in roughly the same area as this shoulder was created here. So if price follows suit, we will most likely see an all-time high hit in the next coming weeks, potentially by the end of the year. But overall, a bullish move is definitely more probable in the higher time frames, all the way down to the low. Like I said, we could see a staggered bullish move, or if we see price completely break through this level of 2685, we could see price just straight up continue to go and test the next level of around 2695. If we see the bullish momentum with some very minor retracements, we will most likely see the 2700 range broken into, with price then dropping down just below it to test as a support, gaining the momentum and volume needed to then push it through the 2700 levels. So yeah, that's going to be that for the start of week technical analysis. Not much to mark up, considering the space in between our last technical analysis is only a couple of days. I believe maybe only about 24 hours of market open since our last TA. So again, there's not much information to actually mark up. But with all that being said, what we've marked up today, a bullish move is definitely more probable. We could see it staggered, or we could see a complete turn to the upside. Bulls are definitely winning the market as of right now. Don't forget, the market is never 100%, and there is always going to be a probability and a possibility, should I say, of a bearish flip. Price could end up testing this level of 2685, cancelling out any bullish momentum that we see, and price could break below where we first found support at 2663 or 2655. If we see that and price break below this level of 2645, we will most likely see a bearish continuation, taking price back into the 2500s. So yeah, that's going to be that for this start of week TA. I hope you lot have enjoyed. I understand we had another good week last week, so any profits that you have made, don't forget to withdraw some for yourself. And yeah, that's been me, Gold Signals, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.